G'day YouTubers, welcome to our Warhammer Fantasy Mighty Empires campaign. Snap, Og and I have decided to start a campaign battle using the Mighty Empires map and general principles. For those who are not familiar with the Mighty Empires campaign, see the link in the description below and you'll find out a bit more information. Now, we're not using the Mighty Empires rules strictly, we're purely just playing this as a trial to see how the basics work, and then we'll tailor the rules and that so it works more the way we like it. So this is just a trial. What we've basically done is Snap has set up the board, and when Og and I arrived we sort of split the board in half, and then we placed our capital cities. We then decided to go straight into the battle phase and had 3 games at 500 points each. So the first game you'll see will be my Orcs and Goblins versus Snap's Skaven. Okay, Orcs and Goblins versus Skaven. Turn 1, the Skaven didn't really do much at all, except for the Warp Lightning Cannon and misfiring, and nothing happened there. In turn 1, Orcs and Goblins, my Goblins on the right fail Animosity and do nothing. So my other Goblins move forward. My magic's dispelled and I fail a spell due to the magic mushroom, so I take a wound and from a poison mushroom, and my Doom Diver then destroys the rattling gun. Skaven turn 2, no movement for them, and the Engineer casts Warp Lightning and kills 4 Night Goblins from my Night Goblin unit on the left. And the shooting continues to fail Snap, and then it's over to me for my turn. In Orcs and Goblins turn 2, the Night Goblins on the left move forward and release a Fanatic. The right-hand unit moves forward as well. The Night Goblin Shaman casts Ruby Ring of Ruin at irresistible force but does nothing, and proceeds to kill himself in the process, and the Doom Diver kills 1 Clan Rat. Turn 3, Skaven, and my Night Goblins on the left are getting smashed. The Warp Lightning was cast first and it killed 4 Gobos, and then the Warp Lightning Cannon fired into the same unit and killed 5 Gobos. Then it was over to Orcs and Goblins for their turn 3. Turn 3, Orcs and Goblins. The Night Goblins on the right fail Animosity again, but they roll a 6, so they get a free move, and then they charge the Clan Rats, but they fail to reach them, so the Clan Rats flee away. There's no magic cast, and the Doom Diver misses. Turn 4, Skaven. The Clan Rats continue to flee towards the edge of the board with the Engineer, and Warp Lightning Cannon kills 4 more Night Goblins out of the painted Night Goblin unit. In turn 4, Orcs and Goblins, the same Night Goblin units again fail their Animosity, so that's the Grey Night Goblins, and they have to charge the Slaves and the Chieftain. So this causes them to land on the Fanatic and resulted in 6 dead Night Goblins. The Doom Diver misfired but can't shoot this turn, and in close combat the Night Goblins win, but the Slaves and Chieftain pass their leadership test. Turn 5, Skaven. The Clan Rats and the Engineer flee off the table. The Warp Lightning Cannon misfires and it is destroyed. And in the close combat, the Slaves and Chieftain lose combat, fail their break test, and are destroyed. So it's a massacre victory to the Orcs and Goblins. 5 points to the Orcs and Goblins and 1 point to the Skaven. So now we have our second game, High Elves versus Orcs and Goblins. In High Elves turn 1, the Mage casts Net of Amontok on the painted Night Goblins with irresistible force. The Mage then actually loses 2 power levels due to the miscast result, so bye-bye magic for the High Elves, and the Sea Guard and the Archers kill 2 Night Goblins from the painted Night Goblin unit as well. In Orcs and Goblins turn 1, the only thing that really happened was Fireball was cast at the Sea Guard with irresistible force and killed 3 Sea Guard. Then the Goblin Shaman suffered a wound from the miscast result. The Night Goblin Shaman then cast Gork'll Fix It with irresistible force again at the Sea Guard. The miscast resulted in Glatimus detonation and the wizard survives, but 5 Night Goblins perished. The Doom Diver then killed 3 Sword Masters, and it was over to High Elves for their turn 2. Turn 2 was very uneventful for the High Elves. Not much happened at all. Only 2 Night Goblins died from Archer's arrows in the painted Night Goblins units. In Orcs and Goblins turn 2, it was pretty much the same, very uneventful. Fireball killed 1 Sword Master, and the Doom Diver killed 3 Sea Guard. Over to turn 3. Turn 3, the High Elves, the remaining Sword Master retreats behind a building. The Sea Guard killed 2 more Night Goblins, and the Archers killed 3 Night Goblins out of the painted Night Goblin unit. In turn 3 Orcs and Goblins, the Night Goblins move up and a Fanatic is released. Fireball kills 2 more Sea Guard. Gork will fix it as casting the Archers with irresistible force, and the miscast results kills 3 Night Goblins, and the Doom Diver kills 3 Archers in the building. Turn 4 for the High Elves. Only thing that happens is the Sword Master moves into the building, and the Archers kill 3 Night Goblins out of the grey Night Goblin unit. In Orcs and Goblins turn 4, the Night Goblins on the left fail animosity and charge the building. 2 Night Goblins die due to stand and shoot, and the Fanatic goes splat into the forest. The Night Goblins on the right then move forward and release Fanatics through the remaining Sea Guard, slaughtering them. Fireball is shot at the building with irresistible force. It fails to wound, and the Night Goblin Shaman dies from the miscast result, and in close combat the Archers lose but pass their break test. High Elves turn 5, nothing happens, so we go straight into Orcs and Goblins turn 5. The Night Goblins on the left fail their animosity, and this causes the 2 Night Goblins units to fight. Luckily only 1 Night Goblin died, and the Doom Diver misfires and is destroyed. So we go straight into turn 6. The High Elves do nothing again. The left Night Goblin unit charges the building again, and the right Night Goblins charge the Sword Master in the building. The Night Goblins slaughter all the remaining High Elves in close combat, so it's another massacre victory to the Orcs and Goblins. Orcs and Goblins 5 points, High Elves 1 point. On to our last game, High Elves versus Skaven. Just before the game started, the High Elves stole initiative from the Skaven, so turn 1 went to the High Elves, and Shem, burning his gaze, kills 5 slaves with irresistible force. Detonation was the miscast result, and it killed 3 Archers. The Sea Guard then killed 1 Clan Rat, and the Archers killed 4 Clan Rats, causing them to flee. The Clan Rats rallied in the Skaven turn 1, and the Warp Lightning Cannon misfired. In High Elves turn 2, Shem's burning gaze kills another slave, and the Archers killed 3 slaves, and the Sea Guard kills 2 slaves. Turn 2 for the Skaven, and the slave and chieftain charge the Sea Guard, and 1 slave dies to stand and shoot. The Warp Lightning Cannon misfires and blows up, so that's the end of that cannon. The High Elves win close combat due to having a musician, and the slaves explode, so that unit is destroyed. Turn 3 for the High Elves, nothing happens. The Archers and Sea Guard both fail to wound anything. In Skaven turn 3, the Warp Lightning is cast and with irresistible force, and it kills 4 Sea Guard, causing the Engineer to take 1 wound. The Rattling Gun then steps forward, it misfires and is destroyed. So Snap hasn't had much luck with shooting at all today, unfortunately. Turn 4 High Elves, the Mage cast Shem's Burning Gaze and kills all the remaining Clan Rats, and then the Sea Guard line up and shoot and kill their remaining Engineer. So it's a massacre victory to the High Elves. The High Elves have 5 points for that win, and the Skaven get 1. Okay, so I'll quickly wrap this up. So turn 1, at the end of the games, basically we added up our Empire points totals, and Orcs and Goblins have 10 points, High Elves have 6 points, and Skaven have 2 points. We then went on to the purchasing phase where you can start purchasing tiles, and I purchased 3 tiles around my capital city, and I put a mine on each of those tiles as well, so I can start generating some cash really. I'm not sure how that's going to work. I did look at some of the rules in the next phase where you can sort of start blocking things and that, and I sort of thought, oh, I probably should have just claimed more tiles, but I'll just go with it and let's see how we go. High Elves, Og purchased 2 tiles, and he got the mountain tile. He's put a mine on that, so he can start generating some income as well. And lastly, Snap's Skaven, he purchased 1 tile with his 2 points. So that was the end of turn 1. And the next turn 2, we're going to have more larger battles, so we're going to have 1500 points. We've decided to change the rule for winning the campaign. It's not going to be based on claiming 10 tiles or obliteration. We're just going to do basically obliteration, killing one of your enemies off. So it's going to get very interesting pretty quickly. I think once we start getting closer with our tiles, it's going to get a bit more bloodthirsty and a lot more competitive. But if you have any comments, suggestions, any feedback, let us know. As I said, this is just a bit of fun. We're just trialing it to see how it goes, and then we'll develop a campaign later in the year or early next year around what we've learnt from these this trial series. So hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright guys, bye.